Good evening everyone and welcome to you in this live stream where I'm going to show you how you can analyze clearly MATIC, by the way, not Magic. I wanted to say Magic, but no, I'm too used to analyze Magic. But yes, what I'm going to do really a step-by-step guide, if you can say that, on how to analyze MATIC tonight. So you're going to see really how to find, first pick the good chart really, okay, then we're going to move on the waves, really how do you do the charting on how your time frame, everything. I'm going to explain everything, and then I'm going to do the levels so we can really add some strong targets and find some really good targets, by the way. So we're going to cover all of this, so stay till the end. Of course, I'm going to do going to give you the target, the levels, the targets we have all of these, the waves, what you can take really simply on this chart here. But yeah, so I have, for example, all of this right now, but I'm really going to delete everything and add back everything so you can see everything, because I didn't updated that chart for since I've done that top, if I'm mistaken, that was the top planet here, and so yeah, I have to update everything really. But anyway, so before to start, I just want to say that we are starting on the on Twitter right here. Perfect. By the way, yeah, the sound is working well. Nice. All right, so cool. Yeah, by the way, Caspa is rising as we expected here, so that's pretty cool. We've got the long trade. We've got this on the, in the last update, by the way, we have done on the YouTube channel here, so you just have to go and check this out if you want to understand how this was possible. It's a long setup right here. Yeah, it's just insane, really. Seeing that long trade to profit now, set my stop loss now on entry, and now we're good, really. So that's pretty cool. Next target, by the way, for this, just a bit above on the top of the channel. Of course, if we don't swing for pound, do a fluctuation on that top. But anyway, let's go on MATIC. Oh my god, I'm sure I'm gonna do the mistake tonight to say Magic, but no, it's MATIC we are doing tonight. So first of all, we have to pick the good chart. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is simply to pull to add a new. How do I do this? Right, create new list. So let's add a MATIC. Okay, so we can add okay, let's add a MATIC USD. So Coinbase is, so yeah, the thing you have to do is to add all the different really MATIC chart really, simply because you have to find the one that have the biggest the oldest data to really understand in what context you are. Okay, so Coinbase is a must-have because this one is really the best for the waves. Binance is most of the time the one that are going to get the oldest data. Not all the time, you can get Bitstamp, for example. But generally speaking, between Binance and Bitstamp, Binance has the best chart. Okay, now of course Coinbase is way better because Binance have some scam weeks everywhere really. But yeah, so let's add also these ones here. Kraken also, we can be old. You can add crypto, so crypto have some nice stuff, but it's not. It is just a copy of the oldest data, so it's not the best. And here we go, you have to add Bybit next for the levels. Okay, so most of the time you're going to get Coinbase, Binance, and Bybit. Okay, Bybit for the levels, Coinbase for the waves, and Binance for the oldest data, so you can really understand the context, and also for the waves. You can use the levels also on that one, but yeah, it's really up to you. So let's go on the weekly time frame here. Let's go on the log scale so we can see really which chart here have the oldest data. So it's not Coinbase. Okay, I know this already. Binance. So Binance starts on the 22 April. Okay, so it's definitely not that one. Bitstamp, no. We can remove that. We can remove that. We can remove that one. We can remove that one. Polynex 2020, so no. Have to find something 2019. Yes, this is crypto. You can see crypto here is just a copy of the Binance chart. It's exactly the same, so we can delete that one. And Bitrex is not a good one. So you see we have the three chart right here. Okay, and the Binance one is the oldest. So the oldest here is really the one we're going to take to really find the high time frame waves. Okay, so you already have these right here, by the way, normally. Why you don't have this here? Let me see something. Binance. I think it was because it was a USDT swap. Maybe this. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so let me see here which one is the best between both, because to determine this you just have to check the weeks. The one that have scam wicks, you just remove it. Here it looks better on the USDT, yeah, because you can see here the USD have some big wicks everywhere. You can see here, for example, that zone right there, you can see the wicks we have. Look at the wicks, and if you pull it like on this one, you can see the wicks are much better. It's not exactly all at the same place. You have some big wicks everywhere. Here that's not the case. So this one looks really good. Yeah, so I'm gonna stay on that one. So yeah, perfect. We can move back here. So now what I'm going to do is just remove all the levels. Really, we don't need that. Okay, I'm going to do it again with you all. So let's remove all these levels. Channels here, I'm going to keep this in a folder, put it like this, really below. This we can remove that. Higher time frame wave, this one I'm going to keep it, and this one I'm going to remove that. So yeah, what we can do here is, first of all, on this chart, so they said, start by doing the charting of this, just the higher time frame. Okay, what do we have here? We have, so first of all, we have to start from the very beginning. Okay, you can see here that I start from here, but we have to start from here. Extremely important. So what do we have here? We have normally, if we start a bull run, we have just a wave 1, okay, a wave 2 retracement, and then we have to count 5 waves to finish that wave 3. Okay, gonna play some bit bigger waves. Then we are in the wave 4, and then we should make the wave 5. Okay, or as always, the wave 3 is here. If we have a 5 waves correction, 5 waves, what it can be, an ABC zigzag. Okay, so I have two different configurations here, A, B, C per marquee. We're just going to do a bigger triple wave. Okay, and once we have done this bigger triple wave, we'll have a triple wave. We're going to make a triple wave to form a W. Okay, W, X, and Y. Okay, hope that makes sense. So yeah, personally I'm taking more this impulsive, okay, as always what we are more likely in, but be aware of that it can be here an A, B, C zigzag. Okay, so now we know in what context we are. We know exactly that we are more likely in a wave 4, that we can be in a C wave. In that case, we're going to look for a bigger triple wave, and from here we're going to look for a bigger triple wave above, I mean, to push higher. Okay, the triple wave can go really more down always. If we're in a correction, it's possible. Now, of course, if we're in the wave 4 here, the wave 4 can just not break the wave on top here. And by the way, when you're doing the high time frame charting like this, it's better to use a log scale, because if you're not, as you can see into the log scale, you just cannot see really what's happening. So I prefer to use a log scale. Okay, it's a bit better. Now, of course, remove it and check out the small way if you want to, but yeah, personally I like it done this way. So yeah, this is a context really. Okay, so we are more likely in a wave 4, as I said. So I'm gonna just pull everything into a folder. Now we of course will need that chart, of course, if we have really to go more down. Why? Because the other charts here, if you remember good, on MATIC on Coinbase, we don't have the data below here, and on MATIC on Bybit, we don't have the data below here. So it's extremely important to also plan the levels below here, so we know if we have to go more down where we can look for something. Okay, that's why also this one is important, because if we have to go more down, we know where we have to go. Of course, on Coinbase, we're just going to add the wave targets, but it's good also to add the levels in confidence with this. That's why we still have to do the levels on this. So let's do this. By the way, where is this? I removed my waves. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, we can now do the levels on this. We can remove the log scale, okay, and just bam, go on the monthly chart and add the levels. And by the way, I also have this nice on ExoChart footprint chart, so you can see really the path control, monthly and weekly TPOs and monthly TPOs here. So we're going to add all of these levels during the stream. So yeah, you can get really some strong targets, and you can really see how I'm doing this. So first of all, let's add these levels. Bam, misclick that. We have the monthly here, monthly, oops, right here. If you have any questions, by the way, during the stream, don't hesitate. It's gonna be maybe a bit long, because we'll have really to restart everything. I like to really do this, because the thing is, if you're doing a lot of TAs on many cryptos, okay, if you're really doing some TAs on many cryptos, the premise when you do some TA, you really have to be like fully concentrate on that one. You do not have to think about something else. So the thing is, if you do too much crypto in between, you just forgot what you have done. So you just forgot a bit of the context you was when you was doing really the TA. You really have to be fully concentrate on this. So that's why I like to not restart all the time everything, but sometimes you have to restart everything to refresh everything, and so you get a really good TA. This is the way really you can get good TA, and not, you know, just for example, you do this one time and then you just don't do this for 6 months. Now you have to restart this. Of course, what I'm doing right now, you have to restart this a couple of times to really make sure you have everything in mind. what I'm doing here, levels, bam, perfect. So higher time frame levels. Of course, now we have to do the weekly levels. Yeah, not gonna add the lower levels for the moment. It's not really useful to me, in my opinion, to add the lower ones here. So we have the weekly here, right there, weekly, perfect. Weekly here. We're not going to add the footprint chart level here, okay, the exo chart level on this chart right here, because this one is for Bybit and we're not on the Bybit chart, so we cannot do this, okay. So let's add one here. Let's add a weekly here. Oh, come on. Here we go. Not gonna add this. Oh, yeah, gonna add that one, by the way. Sorry, so here we have another weekly. Here too. Here too. Here we'll have one. Have one as support at the moment, so we can add that one. Oh, not gonna remove that. This one here. Well, we'll have a lot of weekly on that one. That one. No, I'm not gonna look for a swing for a pound. This one here, and we're good. Nice. So these are all the high time frame levels you have to be aware of. Okay. Now this right here, what I'm doing on this chart is really just to get the confluence with the wave targets. Now next we're going to do the same but on Bybit, and we're going to add in addition to this the high time frame key levels. So to speak, this path control, for example, this path control, this path control, all the naked path controls. Okay, for example, here this monthly naked path control, this one here, the TPOs too. Okay, the monthly TPO 2 and the weekly TPOs too. Okay. Extremely important to do this to really add the confluence to the targets. So yeah, by the way, we can remove all of this from here and bam. So we have to refresh that. So yeah, now we have done this. So we know that this context before right here, it's on the top now, the tree right here, the object tree. So we know that we are in a wave 4. Okay, so now we're going to move on Coinbase to do the charting, because I really want to get the no scam wicks, no stuff like that, and we have this on Binance. Binance is okay for the charting, but a lot of time we're going to get some scam wicks, some stuff like that, and this really can change everything in the charting, and you're going to struggle a lot if you're doing your charting on this one. So that's why I prefer personally to go on Coinbase. So let me just remove all of this. That should be the 0, I guess. Oops. Oh, right here. Yeah, this is a 0. All right, nice. So let me just pull it like this, and we're good. So yeah, of course, now I'm not going to do all the small wave, everything, because guys, it's always gonna take really a while for me to do the stream, really. But so that's why, yeah, for example, these waves here, the old wave here, the folder you can see here, for example, this is a folder I have not detailed when I was doing this. And by the way, if you remember good here, we've got a long plan at that place. I don't know if you was within the group already, but we've got this nice so long here to write this up. I don't know why it's placed like that, by the way. You have a crazy stop loss. What the fuck? Anyway, don't know. Buggy. And you know, we've bought that right here. We have been able to write this big push to the upside. I mean, this was absolutely crazy. Hey, look at that. How perfect that was. This is just absolutely crazy. This was just some old wave, by the way. Lower time frame all waves. So you can see I have all my lower time frame waves when really was trading. I was trading this during the bull run. But yeah, you don't have to do all your high time frame charting first, okay, and then you move on the lower time frame. Okay, you just check out the shape. For example, you just check out, okay, what can be this can be, for example, here, so we have more likely a wave 1 2 3 4 5. So in that case we have a possible wave 1, then sorry, A, and then we have a B, and then you can see here that we have an A 1 2 3 4 5. So we have in that case more likely here a 5 waves correction, 5 waves. So in that case that's an ABC zigzag. Okay, so now what you have to do is, once you know the possible plan, okay, the possible wave, really here you have to sit down, so you just have to zoom in, you just have to go on the lower time frame and verify if these waves are good or not. If really here you can count some 5 waves, here you can count I mean, that's a for sure correction. If here you can count some 5 waves to the downside here, to really confirm your bigger wave. This is extremely important to do this, okay, because sometimes you can play some WXY, but these are not all WXY. So for example, you will expect, for example, if you place a WXY, you have a W, X, and Y. Okay, and for example, you will expect you have, for example, 5 waves 1 2 3 4 5. As always, a Wiley cannot finish with a 5 waves. Okay, so you're going to look for a bigger pattern, so to speak. You're going to look for a nay. I added also my old shape, but anyway, A, B, C zigzag. You're going to look for this, but the problem is if you did not check out your smaller wave, it was for example, you've got 5 waves here. This was not a correction. You've got 5 waves, so this was not a double EXY. You will here look for a retracement, but it will just push higher, and you will not get this ABC zigzag. Why? Because this was a 5 waves correction, 5 waves, an ABC zigzag. So that's why verify your smaller wave. This is extremely important. Again, if you want to know more about a wave, really understand how you can find such wave, what are the retracement, you have everything for the ABC zigzag, ABC fly impulsive retracement extension tool. If you want to, you have everything for absolutely free on the mooncharts.fr website. You have all my experience in that course. This is absolutely pure gold, I like to say that. So really, if you want to learn any waves, go and check this out. It's just absolutely free and waiting for you. Not everything is free, of course. You have, so for example, for the more complex patterns such as XY, linear endings, triangle, XY extended, it's for apprentice, but otherwise you have the exact same course for free for the impulsive extension tool, retracement tool, all the targets, the ABC flat, the ABC zigzag. So yeah, just go and check this out really. But yeah, so once you have done your smaller waves, so these are my smaller waves right here, okay? So you have that first a XY here, then you have more likely here 5 waves for an ending, okay? So here, as I was telling you before, you have this nice ABC zigzag, 5 waves correction, 5 waves, then you have a clear correction, then you have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you have another 5 waves, another correction, and again here to the downside you have another 1, you can see here's the 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top and on the top here, and wave 5 here. Okay, why the wave 4 here? Simply because the RSI make a new high. If you want to know more about the RSI again, you can absolutely go on the website. But yeah, so that brings us with a correction, correction, correction. So what do we have here to the downside? We have a double EXY. Okay, W right here, place like that. So big waves, X and a Y. Now the thing is, do we have an impulsive here to start another bull market? Yes, it is possible. In that case, that will be here a leading, but personally I really don't like the shape at all. So this is not at all going to be my first scenario. By the way, I don't know why you place it 1, it's 2, and this is 1. Perfect. So the thing is, if we have a correction here, it's a correction as always to go more down. If we do a correction, it's to go more down. Okay, so I mean, of course, not all the time. For example, here if we do a correction to the downside, it's to go higher at some point. Now we have done a correction to the downside, so it's to go higher at some point. But first here to push higher, we have another correction. So if we have a correction to the upside, it's to go more down next. Okay, it's a correction to go more down. Here it's a correction to go higher, but we don't have the start we want here. I mean, we possibly have it, but I don't personally like it so much. So for me, this is more a correction. So if we have a correction here, it's to go more down normally. Okay, hope that makes sense. So if we have here a correction, then what we can look for? We can of course look for a possible really bigger pan, such as a W, a bigger X, and then a Y here, okay? But first of all, before to look at such bigger pan, we have to look for a double EXY, X and Z. So we have a double EXY, we just have to add 2 more waves to this double EXY, X and Z. Okay, so this right here is, for example, the first possible configuration. Let me just remove that double EXY here, I don't care, and this right here. But we're gonna keep it just in case. What I've done here. Wait, what happened? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, gonna keep the double XY because as you understood, we can still make this bigger double XY. This was in the small way already planned. Okay, so yeah, here double XY X and Z. This will be the first configuration really we're going to take. Okay, just gonna hide this. Right here, double XY X and Z. So by the way, I'm gonna go on a bit of a bigger time frame. I'm gonna place this really better on the chart here and add the waves also, so you can really see what I'm talking about. Gonna add some blue like this because I'm using it to this, and gonna add this shape, this color, and these the waves and the size of the waves. Bam, like this. Perfect. On the top there, we're going to see here how that was possible to find that top, and then we're going to see here what we can get here into this move to the downside. Okay, the wave can get every shape possible. That's why it's very complex, but I'm going to show you the most easiest waves, really the most probable waves, so you don't really get so much possibilities. Okay, but remember, we do have a lot of possibilities. Okay, we can be, as I said, not all in this double XY X and Z, for example. Okay, but simply here in the X wave, you know, or the X wave here, and we're going to make the y leg later, because we're simply, you know, in a bigger, so triple wave. We'll have the triple wave down here, then we'll have a triple wave up here, then we'll have a triple wave down here, okay, and that is not exactly like this, but anyway, and then we'll make a bigger triple wave like this to make a bigger triple wave, 1 2 3, and so we have a bigger triple wave, right? 1 2 3, I mean ABC, I mean that will be a double XY here, and so in that case we make the X wave top, and then we make in that case a triple wave down. This is something possible you have to be aware of, okay, but I'm gonna take first of all, to not make it too complex, the the double XY X and Z, okay, like this. Perfect. So now, yeah, so of course I have spent so many time on this small wave here. This was, I think, within the VIP section when the VIP was still available. That is not now anymore. So you have this nice double X and Y, and you have another configuration. I don't know what I have done here. The idea I did some too much Control Z before. Bam, perfect. So bearish is the first and bullish is the second. So yeah, this is the first possible configuration. Okay, you have to take really. So as I said, you have the small area. I show you already everything. So here to the upside, you have some. Yeah, you have different configuration. Really, I really spent some hours on this to really make sure I do not miss anything. I'm really getting the good count here. But you can see this, you know, it was in the VIP section. I have the video. I can't remember. It was on the website. Let me see that really quick. VIP here, and I think if you had a MATIC, it was. Yeah, I have no idea which one it was, but I guess it was that one here. Oh, yeah, it was that one exactly. So this, for example, you've got all the way of doing laser charting. That also only 30 minutes, so maybe it was another one. I don't know, but I have done this within the VIP section. Yeah, maybe it was one of these, but anyway. So yeah, this is in the VIP section, but yeah, you have some few different possibilities on this one. What are the different possibilities? You have first of all, so here more likely a triple wave up. Okay, this is personally, this is what I'm taking mainly here, an ABC zigzag. So here 5 waves. Okay, you can clear here. You have the wave 1, 2, then you have the wave 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 waves. So you have an ABC. Okay, so A. Then you have the retracement, correction, and then you have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending. Okay, so C wave, ABC zigzag. Next, we'll have what? We'll have another correction. Okay, then we'll have another bam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll have another bam. In that case, we'll have 5 waves, and we keep pushing higher. A, B, C, 5 waves, correction, 5 waves. So in that case, we'll have more likely here a correction, and a correction. So in that case, that's more likely for me here a double XY. Now there is another wave count if we really have to be bullish. Okay, by the way, I forgot to check something, so I'm going to do this right now with you. That is clearly here leading, but like an expanding leading, but I mean this is a really crazy one, not gonna lie. So that's why I really don't like it, but everything is possible in the crypto space, so I will still be aware of that now. Yeah, when already below the more likely target, as you can see here, we'll have 73% chance normally to bounce from this 56 180 to 66%. We went already way below that into the 7x6, so yeah, that's not so good. And I just want to check something with you. And by the way, it can absolutely be, you know, a B wave in case, you know, we're in the bigger and higher time frame, you know, W, X, and Y, as I was showing you before. The big red waves, you know, the bigger, this one here, can be also an A, B, C zigzag like this. And no, double XY, but we'll take double XY if we do this. Right here, so right there. So I just want to check something here with you, is the RSI, because the RSI here is very important. Yeah, it's still possible, because the thing is, if the RSI right here on the wave 2 on the RSI breaks the wave 1 route, it's not valid anymore. Okay, it's definitely not valid anymore. Oops. The old squares, yeah, perfect. So yeah, we really have to be aware of that. Okay, the wave 2 here breaks the wave 1 route, that's not valid anymore. We can remove this scenario and fully remove that. Okay, but yeah, be aware of this in case we'll have to do it. Okay, that's something possible. In any case, we'll have been able to plan that, so to the bounce, so that's not a problem really. Now, not really interested into this before to see really something starting to be bullish. But yeah, let's just for the fun, okay, try to find where, if we really bounce from here, okay, again, really if we bounce from here, what can be the targets and what can be the price here we can reach to the upside if we're in an impulsive. So if we're in an impulsive here, you just have to pull the extension 2 from the wave 1 route to the wave 1 top to the wave 2 bottom here. Wave 3 is going to be 1618. Yep, right here. Gonna move this a bit more on the right. So let's go with 300. Oh, that's a bit too much, by the way. Perfect. Wave 3 is going to be, again, it's 161. This is the most probable target. All the fibs you see above are the wave 3 targets too. So if we have to make something really crazy bullish, we can absolutely make something really crazy bullish, but I'm not going to be too bullish as always, so I'm going to stay with this. So 1618, then the wave 4 should retrace 23.6 here, by the way. So you pull your retracement tool from the top of the wave 3 to the root of the wave 3, or the opposite as always. It depends if you reversed your tool or not in your settings. Personally, I did it, so it's from the top to the low here. Now, if you did not reverse your tool, it's from the bottom to the top. From here, you can add your wave 4 targets, 23.6 here, and then you can pull this wave of the extension tool on the wave 4 bottom and add your wave 5 targets. So normally, yeah, we should start on the 618 around there. So this is the most common impulsive to the upside. Now again, if we're in a bull run, we can absolutely push this a lot higher. Okay, really, if we're really in a bull run, look at this, for example, just on this one. That was a wave 1-2 on the very bottom. You do not stay with a 1618 here. You just do some crazy extension here. You just pump this up like really crazy. So yeah, beware, that can absolutely rocket also on this. Okay. And yeah, this is just to give you an idea of the price we can reach, really. Okay, minimum. So yeah, this should be the most common impulsive to the upside. Now, of course, be aware also of the correction targets, of course, because if we are in a C wave, we are not going to reach, I mean, possibly going to reach the high, but normally these are all the targets you have to be aware of. So first 120 extension, then 123, then 1618 maximum target. Okay, for you know the bigger WXY, the red waves I showed you before. So yeah, this is the second scenario. This is not at all my main idea. I'm more in the with the first one here, the bearish plan. Okay, but yeah, beware of that. If you want to be bullish on that, this is a count you're going to take. You can take it, whatever you want again, but this is a count you can take. So now the thing is, that is the most important in my opinion. This is the wave here to the downside. What we can take here and what targets we can plan really on this. Okay, we're next going to do the levels. First, I'm really doing all my waves. Okay, of course the levels as you can see on the Binance chart, but this is just to do this really quick, just a monthly and weekly, so it's not really a problem. Next, we're really going to do all the levels with this Excel charts right here, Excel charts footprint chart here. We have daily, weekly, monthly path control, and weekly and monthly TPOs. But yeah, I'm redoing my waves first. I'm adding my waves targets, and then I'm doing my levels. Really more levels on Bybit. So here, by the way, I told you how was that we had to find how that was possible to find this target. The only thing I had to do here was to pull the extension tool, and that's why I also prefer that configuration. Maybe we're going to do the X wave later and then the Y, okay, with the rise first, but I do prefer this simply because the targets here are much more respected. If you pull this extension tool from the W root to the W top to the X wave retracement bottom, you can see that we retrace exactly from the MC extension. What is the MC extension? It's simply the two fibs you can see in addition to the 618. You know, if you're an wave user, you just have the 618. Now I really and highly recommend you have a good example here to add the 71 and the 78.6 in addition to the 618, because most of the time, like more than 50% of the time, we're going to go into the MC extension. So yeah, really beware of that. But yeah, so now the wave to the downside here. What I am taking here to the downside, personally, I have more likely here a WXY I was first of all, you know, with a possible A, B, C zigzag. Okay, but now as we took out the lows, that it don't match with this anymore. Okay, so I will prefer really a lot more a WXY here. So I'm just accepting these are some possible. This is a possible ABC zigzag. By the way, if you want to do the smaller wave, bam, I can show you this really quick. So you have this nice right there. You have a wave 1, 2, another wave 1, 2. Then as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a 5 waves. So you have this wave 3. You have the wave 4. You have another wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have the wave 5 here. Then you have this, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. Okay, so you have the wave, bam, bigger wave 3 done. You have the wave 4, and you can see here again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have the wave 5 done here. Personally, first of all, I was taking this like this, a bigger wave 5 with a bigger wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. But as we took the lows now, I'm switching to this 4 and 5, and so in that case, if I have 5 waves complete like this, bam, A, B, C. Okay, it makes more sense with what we'll have done next. But in any case, if you pull the extension tool, for example, for this ABC zigzag, you got the bounce here, and you have been able to ride crazy stuff already. 60% move to the upside for trading is absolutely crazy. So yeah, here ABC zigzag. Okay, here I have a correction, but the correction personally I'm taking it like this. So I'm gonna play the waves. Okay, so here W, like this, X retracement, Y, right here, Y, X, and a Z. Just gonna go on a bit of a higher time frame, so I can place better this right here, and we are good, nice. And I'm gonna change the color, of course, so we can see this, the difference between the bigger waves and the smaller waves. Bam, perfect. So yeah, correction. Why I'm placing this here, it's simply because the RSI made a new high on many time frames here. Just going to remove that level. As you can see here, we make a new high here, so it's more likely in that case a truncated here triple wave. Okay, so I'm taking the X wave top here because it makes more sense what I've done next. Then we'll have what? A triple wave down. Okay, then we'll have a triple wave again, and then we'll have a, for the moment, I would say more likely a 5 waves to the downside. So if we have a 5 waves here, we'll have to look for an ABC zigzag. Okay, I'm going to show you everything. Now, again, be careful with the small waves. You can see it can be very tricky sometimes, 5 waves or ABC zigzag, so it can be also here, for example, an ABC zigzag. Okay, so that's why I'm going to plan the targets. How do you add the targets of this WXYXNZ? You pull the extension tool from the W root to the W bottom right here, to the first X wave top to find the white targets. You can see here, you've bounced exactly from the 1-to-1 extension. Now if you want to find a Z wave target, you just have to take your third click and place it on the second X wave top. So I'm going to place it like this to be really accurate. Bam, and I'm gonna move this on the right and a bit more. Oops, let's go with 500. Perfect. And so now what do we have? First of all, we have the MC extension. You can see here that it will be the first target. Then we have the 1-to-1 extension, and then we have the 1823. Can we go to the 1618? No, simply because it's below 0, and we cannot go below 0. It's impossible. We can go at 0, but we cannot go below 0. So let's remove these right here, and we have now our 3 targets for a buy. Now, of course, we're going to add the levels, everything really, so we know exactly if we have some confidence with these targets or not. But for now, just by using the wave, these are going to be your targets for investment and for trading. Okay. By the way, if you want to know how to buy and to invest in these targets, you just have to go and watch at this technical, I know it's not the technical analysis, by the way, this video right here. I wish I known that before investing in crypto. This right here is really important if you want to understand exactly how you have to buy in there a safe way. Again, it can be aggressive and just, you don't care, just DCA these targets. You absolutely don't care about if you have to, if you catch a knife or not. But if you don't want to catch a knife, go and check out this video. It's extremely important. Okay, so it's really buy and invest in a safer way. So you can see already, we already hit that target. So we are already possibly ready to bounce from here. Now, do we have the 5 ways up here? It looks more like a correction, so I'm not really sure about this. Sorry. So these are going to be the targets, so we can pull this into a folder, targets, oops. Sorry, just gonna drink a bit of water. All right. So these are the targets here. And yeah, by the way, a whale cannot finish with WXY, a Z wave can finish with a WXY, okay? Now we have done a WXY and Z, but we can finish with a WXY. Wait, just 2 seconds, please. All right, sorry. Okay, so yeah, these are the waves. Now we're good really with the charting. Okay, so we have the context, the high time frame waves. We have the levels, really. So now we're going to see what we can get below, of course, with the levels on Binance. And so now once we have these waves, also we have the medium time frame waves on this drop. So we know exactly what we can expect. We know that we can be bullish, but it's less probable. And we have this nice bearish plan. Okay, so we have the targets now, these bearish plans. Now, yeah, what we have to do is just to go on Bybit to find some more targets. But before to do that, I would like to go on Binance just to see the targets, to pulse the fibs on this Binance chart to see if that match with the levels we have planned here. Okay, and to see exactly where we have to look for something below, because we know that on Coinbase here we have to look for these targets. But now it's good also to get the confidence with this. Okay, to really know and determine which target is the strongest one. Okay. Because sometimes if you have like no confidence with your target, you are absolutely not going to look for something here because there is no reason to bounce off this. There is no support, so you don't care about that target. Okay, so you can bounce, but it's less probable. So let me just see here, first of all, if this is the same. Yeah, it's almost the same. That's pretty cool. Than Coinbase. So let me just pull this on the right, 500, perfect, and we can see here what is the confidence. So yeah, just to come out on this wave here, by the way, the first target here, okay, MC extension, this right here is less probable. Why? Because that results to a truncated Z. Now, don't forget this plan, okay? The plan right here, the trees here, by the way, it was on the bottom before, that's why I'm struggling all the time checking on the bottom, but it's here now. Don't forget this possible bullish plan. In that case, this will be the waves for the wave 2, and as always, a wave 2 cannot break the wave 1 route, so it's normal to not go and take out the lows. So right here, by the way, we can remove that right here. This is a target, really, okay? The only target possible right now for the wave 2. So if you think that we are in this impulsive, then you know what to do, right? You do whatever you want. Again, if you want to know how to buy these targets a safe way, you can just go and check out this video here. I wish I know that before investing in crypto. So be aware of that. We can stop before the price low because we're in this configuration. Again, it's not necessarily just the impulse. It can be just an ABC zigzag. We can get a 5 ways up just to get a C and then get a drop. Okay, to make, you know, the bigger red WXY here, you can see. Okay, to make a bigger WXY here. Okay. Sorry, as we planned before. So I just wanted to make this clear so you really understand everything. Let me just control all of this and we are good. So yeah, now as always, for a Z wave, it is, I mean, for a correction, it's less probable to end with a truncated. So here we have more chance to go minimum into the 1-to-1 extension, for example, if we are in the Z wave. I'm just gonna place everything. So Z wave, so the red wave and the blue Z wave here. Okay, so we'll have more chance to reach minimum this 1-to-1 extension with a Z. Okay, and next, why not the 183? So now we know that. So what we have in confluence with these fibs. Okay, so first of all, by the way, we have this weekly possible. Okay, if you want to already start to look for a long, to start for a buy, you do have that weekly. For example, where you already have this as support right now. You can see you have that weekly level, so you can add it on your chart. Personally, I don't really care about this coin, so I'm not really interested into that. But yeah, as you can see, the 6-1 is much more respected. So yeah, first of all, what do you have with this in confluence? With the MC extension, you have so the monthly, sorry, here in the weekly. Okay, with a 71, by the way, too, and then with a 7x6 you have the weekly level just a bit below. So you now see exactly where you have to look for a long. It's better to trust the levels. Now again, before here you've got a weekly. That's the reason why you're bouncing from here. You've got a weekly before here. Okay. Now yeah, if we have to go more down, this will be the first target to look for. Okay. Now consider doing a week below the level because you have the 71 just below. Okay. And if we start losing this support right here, the weekly and the monthly, we just look for the 7x6 plus the weekly level. And if we start losing that 7x6 plus a weekly level, we just look for the next target, 1-to-1 extension. And here, what do we have in confluence with this 1-to-1 extension? Yes, we have the weekly below, but what do we have also here? We'll have a possible swing failure pattern, you can see here. So we can just not go into that level and just do a swing failure pattern of that low. That's why it's extremely important to really get the data to have the oldest, to go on the chart, I have all this data to really see what you can expect below if you have to go below, so you can get really more confident jumping into your target, for example. Because here, for example, you know that in confluence with your target, there is a swing failure pattern possible. So if we go more down from here, lose, you know, the MC extension with a weekly, we're simply going to look here for this 1-to-1 extension with the swing failure pattern. And the swing failure pattern can be really big. We can do a massive wick here and just reclaim everything. For example, go into the weekly, reclaim, flip to support, and get acceptance higher. Okay, so that's why here we'll have to add all the confluence. So this, for example, here, we are not going to use only the 1-to-1 extension, we're going to use also the weekly below because we have to be aware of that, just below, okay, with the weekly level. And if we start breaking the weekly level, you can see here we'll have the 123 here, but we don't have so much confidence. So what you can do here is to pull some volume, for example, into this range. So I'm just going to add a level like this so we can see exactly where is the 123 because I'm going to zoom into this consolidation here. So we can just add some few volume levels in addition to this. So here it's 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, by the way. Perfect, nice. So this is a level we have to be aware of. I'm gonna go on a bit of a lower time frame. 8 hours is normally enough. Perfect. And now we have to pull what? The volume in addition to it, because if you add, for example, here, if you check the weekly levels, do you have any weekly in addition? I mean, in confidence with this? No. Do you have any new monthly? I mean, any monthly with this? No. We can get some daily, I think, because we've got a bit of a consolidation here. But personally, I'm more going to look at the volume inside here. I don't really care about the daily levels. Okay, you can add the daily in addition to the volume, but personally, I don't want to get too much level on my chart. So I'm going to go on the 8 hours chart here, and I'm going to pull the volume of this consolidation right here. Okay. So to do so, what you can do, you pull the the volume profile, I mean the fixed range from the top to the beginning of the console. Oops, here's some old stuff right here. Perfect. So like this, and you can also use it like because you're looking really for this target, so you can also pull it like that, so to speak, like this. Okay, so this gives right here the possible let me see here, where is this, the volume to be aware of around the 123. So here it's way above, we don't care. Okay, let me see it that way. Much better like this. All right, so yeah, it's not really useful to, I mean, you can add the path control, to be honest with you here, but yeah, I mean, this is exactly on the 123, so do we really care about this? Not really. And here what I will be aware of is the swing third pan, not the value low, the swing third pan here below, okay? Because we have the swing third pan, value low just on the low here, in between bouncing of the swing third pan and taking the lows. What is the most probable? Taking the low, so I'm adding the swing third pan, okay? Of course, we can make a much more bigger wick and go into this swing third pan, it's possible too, but I would normally aim into the swing third pan that low. Hope that makes sense. So this is the confluence where you can add, for example, with the next target. And now if you really have to make something huge to the downside, we just have to look for this next consolidation really. And what you can do also to add some more confluence is simply to pull the volume of all this right here. And so you have, for example, before the monthly levels, where you have this bit of support there. And if you have to go below, you have, of course, so that will be more looking for the swing third path this low, for example, here. Okay, this is something you can do, but yeah, it's really, really low, so I'm not going to add this person for the moment on my chart. But yeah, so here, this right away, swing third pan, SFPs, so I really keep my chart clean. Targets, bam, I can log this. This two, and this right here is the volume. Nice. So now we have all the confluence really with the targets we have, so we know exactly where we can look for something. We know that we have to look for the 120 extension, but we know that now we can, for example, go a lot more down, bounce from the weekly. So for example, if you're a trader, a really aggressive trader, this can give something really more accurate. For example, if you really want if you're really doing some scalping, for example, you can maybe catch something from the very low and ride a very quick move up, for example, with a swing third pan or 20% rise. That's pretty cool. So these are the three main targets we can plan to the upside. Now we have the confluence. Now to add some confluence with all of this really above, because below now we have the targets on Bybit. We're not going to add below because we don't have the data on Bybit, so it's more going to be within this consolidation really above here, what resistance we are going to get, okay, to plan some resistance already above and maybe even higher, but I'm not going to go too high. I'm going to plan really this right here within, I mean, in this drop here, we're going to see where are the bigger targets here to the upside to look for a short. That's why I like to go on a Bybit and do this, because you can really find some nice targets. So now we have the targets down, okay, on Coinbase, on Binance, because on Binance here we have the confluence. Okay, if you understood everything and you followed everything, we'll have now the confluence with the targets. And so now we can go on MATIC, on the Bybit pair, simply to add all the confluence with already these levels we have on Binance, but we're going to go on Bybit because it's much more respected with the levels, and we're going to add all the levels of the footprint chart that you can see right now. This weekly negative path controls, monthly negative path control, monthly TPO and weekly TPOs. Okay, we're going to do all of this. So let's go on the MATIC chart here and do exactly the same. So I'm going to try to do it very fast so you don't need to wait too much. Bam, monthly. If I can, perfect. Monthly here. Monthly here, monthly here. And we have this monthly right there. Nice. So now we have to do the same for the weekly. A bit more right here. Weekly right there. We have what next? Another weekly here. Another weekly right there. Oops. Another weekly. Right here too. For now I'm keeping the confluence, but I'm gonna delete it next normally. Yeah, because I don't like to get too much confluence here. For example, here, if I see that we have some other level, I'm just gonna set another set a square, and I'm gonna delete the confluence because I don't want to get too much level on my chart. This right here, and I'm gonna add the two ones below here. So you can add this and the next one right there, and we're good. So now, as always, make some folders to keep this clean. Perfect. Bam. High time frame levels, by the way, here. Nice. We can lock this. Now we have done this. We can of course pull some more stuff on this. So for example, you can pull some volume. Okay, we're going to pull some volume so you can really see everything. For example, this downtrend, I'm gonna go on a bit of a lower time frame here. So for example, this bit bigger daily time frame should be good. From the top, right, right here to the very low right here. For the retracement here, you can see when exactly, you can see how magic this is. Bam, exactly into the value high. You can pull this right there, but I mean now it's not useful anymore because we are already really low. Whereas you can see we're already below all of these volume here. So these value are low, you can see not really well respected. Path control, we almost do a flip to resistance. Value here we get a bounce, bit of flip to support, but fail to push higher. It's not the best here. So what we can do is, by the way, keep this and pull it like that. If we have to bounce from here, of course, I'm gonna put it like this, but plan for the above targets. Okay, I'm gonna look at this like that. We can of course use the same for this because now this is already hit, so we don't care anymore. So it's the same, perfect. And so we can also pull this downtrend volume. Let's pull it like that. Where is the low, by the way, the exact low? Let's pull it like this. Nice, and bam. Here we go. So now we can add the volume on this chart. Okay, so we have this, for example, value area high to be aware of. Bam. This path controls, important zone. So POC, oops. And these path control here I don't care at all. I'm gonna look for a swing for a pound, and the value low here I don't care at all because this is way, I mean, it's on the current price, I don't care. So these are the high time frame volume really. So this is just the volume. Oops. Perfect. So we can lock this. You can of course add, for example, this section here, for example, this downtrend here, if you really want to get the volume above here. For example, you can add this value high if you want to. Something possible. You can also add something like this. You can see also the naked volume here, just above here. So for example, be aware of that swing for a pound. But here, do we have any levels? Yes, I'm not going to look for this. That one here, gonna keep this value high, by the way, on that one. Bam. And so boom, volume, we are good. So now we have the high time frame levels. Okay, you have so the high time frame levels there, the volume, and so now what we have to do is simply to add these levels we have on Excel chart, and this will add all the biggest confluence really. So I'm gonna do it like this. Yes, let's go with the weekly levels first of all. Weekly path controls. Is that MATIC on everything? Yeah. So 20132. Next, what do we have? Have this one here. One 1671. Good. We have another one below. Right there. Let's take that one here. I really hope they're going to add a copy price. Normally this is something I added, I mean I requested in the future, so normally this is something that they're going to do, but I don't know when. 0.7172. Alright, so 0.7172. Pull this a bit more on the right. We're good with this. Bam. High time frame key. So weekly negative path controls were good. We can move now on the weekly TPOs. We have this first one right here, 1347. Key, damn, bam, bam, 1347 if I'm mistaken. Yes. Next we have 1161. Bam, exactly on the weekly negative path control, by the way. so I'm gonna delete that later, but I need to see further confluence. 0.975. There are a lot on that one because it has a weekly negative path controls and weekly naked TPOs, but on the monthly next you're gonna get a lot less levels. 1, 2, 3, so 0.897. This right here, yeah, 0.765. Good. And then you have another one, 0.717. All right, so now we can go on the but we have one here, but I mean you can add that one if you want to, 0.561, but personally I'm not going to do it because I don't care about this country. I don't want to trade out, so I'm just gonna plan above really, and we already plan below. So yeah, that's it really with this chart right here. So we can go on the monthly negative path control. We only have 2 right there, so we can go here, bam, 110.51. So we can take this right there, 110.51. we have now this first month's negative path control. Double check, yes. We have next another one really close by, so not the best, but anyway. Let me see here, 0.7352. So you take this, bam, duplicate, 0, what I said, 73.51. Nice. So this is, for example, a big zone. You can see just above us here. This is the next zone of resistance. You have also, I think, yeah, some big levels over there. Yeah, we'll see the confluence next. Good. So we are done really with the monthly negative path control. And now we have these right there. So we have this first one, 105. So we have this key level. Right, that one I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna, by the way. Oh no. Let me just, perfect, because it's exactly on the month's negative path control here, so I'm not gonna add this. Then we have 0.705, so 0.705. Oh god, I mean, I took the wrong one again. I'm gonna keep that key level, by the way. Gonna keep that one. Gonna delete that, duplicate, and gonna pull this. Perfect. So here I'm gonna delete that. It was 0.7351. Good. And so we have another one here, 0.675. So 0.675. Nice here. Okay, so we have all the high time frame key levels now. That's pretty cool. You can also, if you want to, by the way, add the tick 1, but personally I'm not going to do it. I don't really. I'm just gonna check really quick where it is, but it's the same. So we don't care. Nice. All right. So we're done with this. That's pretty cool. So now what we can do is pull everything. So here you're gonna get a lot of levels. Now what you have to do is add even more confluence to this. Okay, you can already see where you have the bigger clusters. You can set out levels. Okay, where you can already expect some few reactions. So now what you can do is to pull even more confluence to this. So for example, you can pull some retracement, some volume in addition to this to really see if you have some confluence with this. For example, here I will be more. So I mean, this is a really huge zone of resistance here. To be honest with you, you have all of this, but personally I would prefer to go a bit above here and go into this. That will be better. And to confirm that, confirming it's never confirmed 100%, but to really be more accurate into this theory, you can add even more confidence to this no, for example. So you can pull this from a lot higher, right there. So it's a bit above. You can pull some volume in addition to this of the downtrend, for example, like this. So you can see exactly where is the confluence. So yeah, we'll definitely prefer. So you have this first small resistance, okay, because you do have the 50% of the retracement here. I guess it's maybe even a bit higher than this, but anyway, yeah, that's fine. So you do have this first possible small resistance. For example, here for traders, this can be a target where you can look for something. Now personally, I would prefer to go into that second red box here because we'll have more confidence. Okay, now of course, when for example you're going to get a push up, for like say we're going to do this, or maybe something a bit bigger, for example we do this, we then get a retracement with a swing fair pan here, a fair auction, and then we get a rise. Then what you're going to do here is to pull the extension tool from the low to the top to the bottom here, and you're going to add all the targets so you can get even more confidence to your targets you already planned. Okay, you can get the fib extension targets really. What's happening right now? Oh, Caspi is just rising as we plan. That's pretty cool. Going higher and higher and higher. That's pretty nice. Let me just name that so I know what it is. Oops, forgot an N here. Nice. Good. Yeah, so this is how you can do it really. So now we have this in confidence. I'm just gonna leave these 618. I'm gonna remove of course all some few levels next, so we don't have all the confidence, so it's really much more easier to read really. But yeah, so now we have this first target here. Next we have we have this right there, but I mean, yeah, that I will be more aware of a swing through pan here. Okay, of that top swing through pan, of these tops right here, or a fair auction of these tops really. If there is nothing here, I'm expecting really clearly to go into the next target. So this right here is my next preferred target really. Okay, so I'll be at that key level, but I will be more looking for this. Okay, can even pull some more confidence. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is definitely the next target I'm looking for here. So gonna set an alert here. If we raise here, gonna name this resistance, so I know what it is. Here I'm gonna pull an alert too because I'm interested in that for a short. So resistance, nice. So these are my two preferred resistance. Now what you can do is just, for example, delete this, delete this, and just be aware of the swing through pan here. Okay, just play some swing through pan levels and just look for a swing through pan. The way you look for a swing through pan or a fair auction, this is very, very important. Now personally I like to get the confidence, so I'm gonna keep that, but if you prefer, I like to get the confidence. I'm gonna hide the levels next. Okay, I'm just gonna set my alerts, leave my squares, and that's it. Okay, because I just want to verify next. I don't want to go back on the chart, load all the templates and then go do this again. No, I'm just gonna hide everything, keep my squares, and that's it. So yeah, these are the two targets we can look for as possible swing through pan. By the way, I'm gonna add the swing through pan levels. Okay, so I'm gonna be aware of that. Bam. I'm gonna leave this like this next. So I'm really interested in all the levels that are on the chart. So here, SFPs, bam. You can see already we are live for an hour already, and we're not fully done. But I mean, we're almost done. This is almost the end here. So you can see an error, and this is how you can find your nice trade. You do the wave, you have the context, you know exactly what you can expect next. You can rise really big. In that case, we're going to plan the targets above. You can also go more down. We have the targets plan. We're ready for any move possible. So this is how you make your TAs and how you can really crush a chart. And again, I'm not showing everything because it will be really too long. But for example, you can play with some fib times, or you can place where you can plan, for example, such possible moves. So this was, for example, this was on CAS, by the way, it's a long trade. I've been able to plan. I have been able to plan. How the video is still available, by the way, if you want to know how it was possible right here, long setup. But yeah, if you want to, yeah, this was here, for example. Plan some dates was in before October, by the way. Before October, so 2 weeks in advance, I've been able to plan the exact bottom of the wave 4. Look at that. This right here, you can see Saturday, 14th October 2023. Bam, you have the exact same around this, as you can see, around the 16th here of October. You can see around the 16th here of October. You can see, and bam, exactly here we make the big push to the upside. I have also been able to play some Solana, so you can also play with some fib times, of course. Not going to do this today, but yeah, I'm gonna give you already all this information here. You have already a ton of stuff here to really master the chart today. So now these are my preferred targets. If we start breaking above, I'm not really interested in this level. This is not big enough for me to take something on this. So what we can look for here is just simply on a higher time frame. Again, remember these targets are the targets if we rise from here. If we take the lows and then bounce, it's gonna change everything. Why? Because the confluence I just added right now is just going to go, for example, low. So for example here, now the preferred target is not going to be that one, but sorry, not that one here, but it's gonna be that one because we went more down, so we're gonna lower everything. So be aware of that. It's for the moment if we do not take the lows, okay, or we just, for example, take the lows but like this and we just bounce. If we don't really go too low and then reclaim, if we really go too low and then reclaim, that changes everything. That is really something you have to be aware of. But yeah, so now really above this, what we have to look for. So let me just pull some few more stuff there so we can really see and get some more data. Okay, nice. Just pull this in here. Right there. Always keep your charts clean, it's extremely important. So you know exactly what you're looking at and you don't struggle to find everything. Bam. Good. So here I'm gonna hide this AWEB, we don't care. Targets. Yeah, gonna unlock that. Okay, so I said here, where was the volume? Really annoying when it's doing this. Struggle to find the top here. Perfect. Okay. So be aware of this swing through panel here or so. The way I'm going to pull here, this stuff here is not really the way I like to do this, but maybe it can give some targets here if we do it like this, like above here, but now we don't. Okay, so let me pull here the retracement tool. Cannot catch a very low. Perfect. Again, the thing is now we need to really pull some more confidence above here, really get some the strongest targets here. I mean, from here to the top, we need to get the rise here, because here we're going to be able to pull the extension to the end from this bottom to the top to that bottom here to really get the confluence, really more confidence, some good confidence above. So for now, it's really early to determine the targets above. But what I will be aware of first of all here is really, again, it's a bit early to say that, but I will be aware of this. Okay, up to the swing foot pan here. So monthly, I will prefer to go to the swing foot pan, to be fair. It is always better to get a swing foot pan. And the next target really will be, yeah, this all of this zone right here, to be honest. But it's really, again, it's really, this is really early to say now. So yeah, I will prefer this. So yeah, this is something we'll have to check to update later. Okay, so for example, targets to update, so we know exactly what it is. Nice, cool. So we can hide this, and now we have all the targets we want to trade. We can remove the volume, the key levels. I mean, the volume can keep it because you want to see a confluence, for example, above here, the swing foot pan. Personally, I don't care. But now you have really everything. Okay, you have your targets. You know exactly where you have to look for a long. Okay, where you have to look for a longs on the Coinbase chart and on the Binance chart, and you have now your short target. If, for example, let's say in the Z wave, okay, in the Z wave we have planned with the W, X, Y, X, and Z. If, for example, you need the higher time frame, so W, X, Y, X, and Z, in this higher time frame Z wave, we have to make something bigger, such as, for example, a W, X, let's say, and then a Y here to the downside. Okay, these are all the targets I'm interested into a possible short, and the red squares are the ones really I'm more and more interested in. And these two big squares here, not the first one here, but these two bigs right here, are the most important ones into this rise. Okay, so yeah, really hope that makes sense. These are the possible short targets, as you understood. As I said, these are the possible long targets. You have the confidence with this chart. Here you don't have the confidence because this is the Coinbase trying to have the data before, and this is really made for the wave on this chart here. So you have the targets below us. You know exactly that now we already have reached that target to buy. So if you want to buy, you do whatever you want. But otherwise, you can go and check out this video I done on the YouTube channel. Buy here and don't buy here. So you can understand exactly how to buy these targets if you want to invest in this crypto. Okay, but yeah, we're already in the first one. If I have to go to the next one, BAM 120 extension, don't forget the Binance chart. Okay, so you can really get a confidence with this. And next, the chart right here in Casper reaching the top of the channel, by the way. So I'm gonna go check if I can take a short of this or not. Just gonna pull in an edge just below here in case we retrace from here, and we're good. So yeah, really hope you all enjoyed. There was a bit of a long live stream, but again, this is time it takes to update a chart really, and so you know exactly now how I am doing this and how I'm getting everything really. Okay, now of course I'm not showing everything because yeah, it will be really long otherwise. And not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired right now. After a week where I'm doing 6 videos per day almost, it's a bit yeah, not easy to do this yet. So yeah, if you want to go and check at some few TAs, for example on Solana, okay, you have the Solana update available. So Solana here, you have also the link update, you have also some AAVE update here, GRT, you have the Casper update here, a Casper update for the higher time frame, you have the DXY update, Cardano here, you have a Solo here update, QNT, you have FTM by the way, you have XDC, you have XGMX here, you have CKB here. I mean, you have a lot of different assets here you can check out. Really go and check this out. You have all of this for absolutely free. You have some nice waves and prediction in there, so really go and check this out. And otherwise, don't forget I'm live every day except the weekend, by the way. Except the weekend days, I'm live to update the Bitcoin chart really and give you my plan. So yeah, so yeah, really hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. So I don't see anyone or anything right now, so I don't think you have some questions. But otherwise, do not hesitate to join the Discord server, ask your questions. Otherwise, you can obviously write some questions down below. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord server, feel free. You have some nice stuff right there. For example, some TAs. I'm really updating everything here, so I'm doing the videos, but I'm also updating this on the Discord server. More if you're really aware of that before. And yeah, I'm not all the time updating this on the YouTube channel, so make sure to join the Discord server. Everything is here. And here you also have some live Bitcoin updates like this, for example, where I told you I was looking for the retest for a short because the top was not bearish. So we've got the retest right here, and we've got the drop here. That's pretty cool. Bring us with a nice drop right now. You have all the Bitcoin waves, everything really. All you have to know really right now on Bitcoin to trade that good. We were looking for this possible push to the upside. I was already aware of that, for example, here. Yeah, so you have all of this. So do not hesitate to join. And yeah, on this being said, have all a nice weekend. Take care and catch you all, I think, tomorrow for the next update. I don't remember which one it's going to be. But yeah, by the way, if you have some request, if you want me to do some TAs, you just have to go here into the MC forum at request and just send me your coin you want me to analyze. I'm gonna take some time to do it. Okay, but yeah, so on this being said, I wish you all a brilliant day. I mean, good night, by the way. Have a nice weekend and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.